Hi there, me again. Today's video is going to be kind of a fun one because I decided I would go over some of my everyday carry items. And as a photographer who shoots a lot of film, I thought I might have at least one or two everyday carry items that might be a little bit unique and interesting to hear about. So yeah, let's get into it. So for my EDC items list, I have everything with me either in my pockets, on my belt, or in this bag, and that's what we'll talk about first. This is the Hex Ranger bag, which you can get on Amazon or at B&H, I think. But it's a really nice bag, and it's about half the price of a lot of other slings that I see out there online. Yeah, it's really nice. I like the red label and the forest green digital camo type print. But it has a lot of pockets, a lot of little sleeves to keep stuff in, and it has camera dividers inside. So I can keep lenses and camera bodies separate and keep things from scratching each other, which is good. So the first and most obvious thing that a film photographer should probably be carrying around is their film camera. And this is mine. This is the Canon P, which is a late 50s rangefinder that Canon made, and it's been my main camera since 2020. I have a full video about this camera, reviewing this camera if you want to see that, and I use it in pretty much all of my videos. So there's a lot of content on my channel about this camera if you want to learn more. Second most obvious thing is lenses. I usually carry one or two lenses with me every day, just to keep it light. But usually what I have on my camera is a 50mm lens. I have a couple of them. I have this Canon 50mm f1.4, which I have done a full review on as well, if you want to check that out. And I also have a Canon 50mm f1.8. But yeah, the 50mm is generally my main all-purpose lens when I don't know what I'm going to end up photographing, just because it's so versatile. But I do also have a 90mm lens that I've made a video about, and a 35mm lens that I've made a video about. So yeah, you can check all of that out on my channel. But 50mm is usually what's on my camera day to day. The next most important thing that I carry around day to day as a film photographer is film, and a way to carry around that film. I have a couple of different film carriers. I have one by Kodak that holds 5 rolls of film, but really day to day, I'm not shooting that many photos, so I don't need to be carrying around that much film with me. So I actually found this for $5 at a film photography supply store. It's a United Nations branded film carrier. It's waterproof and it holds 2 rolls of film. It's waterproof. It has gaskets around both cylinders, and it has a little handy belt clip. So I can keep this readily available to me on my person, just attached to my belt. It's really, really handy. All right, so now that we've gone over the film carrier, let's go over the main films that I carry around with me on a daily basis. And I shoot all different times of day, all different lighting conditions. So I need an ISO that's pretty versatile for everything from really bright sun to night scenes. So I've got 2 400 speed films for you. I use a lot of Kodak Ultramax 400, which is a consumer grade film that honestly has really, really good performance and has pretty good dynamic range. So I've gotten really good results out of this and been really happy with it. And it's a lot cheaper than something like Portra. Also for black and white, I shoot Tri-X 400 most of the time. I just really like the results. I like how it works with my monobath developer that I usually use, which is probably not ideal, but it behaves well with this film. So these are the 2 films that I use most of the time. The next thing on my list that I've been carrying around with me daily for a couple months now is my watch. And I've actually gotten a couple of questions about this watch, even though I've only worn it in like 2 videos. So I guess I'll talk about it here. This is an Oris Big Crown pointer date from the late 90s, early 2000s. It's an automatic watch with 3 hands, as well as a pointer date function that I think looks really cool. It's a smaller watch. It's only 32 millimeters, but I think what they were trying to do with this watch was kind of emulate the look of watches of the 40s and 50s, which were much smaller by today's standards. So the reason I got this watch is because I just kind of wanted a nice piece to be able to wear to work, wear out, pretty much wear everywhere except for the gym. And this fit that description. I also wanted my watch to be automatic, so I didn't have to worry about changing batteries or anything like that. And I wanted a watch with a second hand. So this watch does have a second hand, and the reason I really wanted a second hand was so that when I'm out shooting photos at night, I can time long exposures a little bit more accurately. Because before I was doing this, I didn't really want to pull out my phone, so I was just kind of guesstimating my exposure, just kind of counting what I thought was the length of a second, which is probably not very accurate. So this has been pretty helpful for me when I go out and take night photos. The next thing I have with me on a daily basis is a notebook. A notebook is really useful for me to carry around because I shoot a lot of videos, and randomly throughout the day, I'll come up with video ideas or details about a video idea I've already come up with, and it's good to just have something to jot those down. This is a notebook by Sorry. It's just a nice soft cover notebook. I actually got this on a 4th of July weekend vlog video that I did, so you can watch that video if you want. But yeah, it doesn't really matter, the notebook. I just wanted something that felt nice and was small enough to fit in a bag. So this is what I got. The next thing on my list is pretty standard. It's a water bottle. This is a 24-ounce water bottle. I like it because it's easy to clean, and it fits in a cup holder in a car and in a side pocket in a backpack. So there you go. Staying kind of on that topic, I have a thermos with me a lot. I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of tea, so having a thermos handy is really important for keeping a warm drink on you. And this is a water bottle by Mana. I think it's called the Mana Tallboy because it kind of looks like a Tallboy beer can. But this thermos is probably the best thermos that I've ever had, and it only cost me like $3. I've taken this on quite a few road trips, and it keeps tea and coffee warm for like 4 hours, and that is pretty incredible. Next thing on my list is glasses. I work on computers a lot, edit videos a lot, so I have a pair of blue light glasses here. I also keep a pair of sunglasses on me. I don't usually wear them when I'm shooting because they kind of get in the way of the viewfinder window, but I do like to have a pair of sunglasses because if I'm out shooting all day in sunny conditions and I don't have sunglasses, I will start to get a headache. So these are very good to have to keep my shoots going for longer. Another thing I have with me most of the time is a tripod of some sort. I have a bigger tripod in my car, and I also keep a mini tripod on me. This is actually a tripod from my gimbal, which is just supposed to be the base, but I do take this off and use it by itself quite a bit, and it's really, really handy in a pinch. Next thing I keep on me is a pair of headphones. I do sometimes like to have headphones on me while I'm out shooting, but also I go to the gym a lot, I go on runs, I go on bike rides, so it's nice to have headphones with you. I just use the wired Apple headphones because they sound fine and they don't cancel noise, which is something I want because I want to be able to hear if I'm about to get run over by a car or something. So yeah, I just use these. It keeps things simple. Next thing on my list is a shutter release cable, and this is a must for night photography. I think I've only had 2 of these in all my time shooting night photography, and they're really cheap. They're like, I don't know, like $5 to $8. So if you like shooting night photos, definitely get one of these. The last thing on my list is kind of weird and interesting, and it's my pair of binoculars. And these binoculars are actually called opera glasses, and they flip up, which is kind of cool. So opera glasses, as the name kind of describes, are used for operas and plays if you want to get a better look, like if you have cheap seats or whatever. But they have a 2.5 times magnification, which isn't a whole lot, but it's kind of handy to have if you're like in the city or something and you see something going on a couple blocks away, or if you're out in nature and you see an animal kind of far away. It's pretty easy to get a better look with these. And also, these are nice for visualizing a photo that I take with a long lens. So if I want to shoot with the 90 or a 105 or a 135, I can pull these out really quick and kind of get an idea of what that might look like before I take the lens out and actually put it on my camera. So really, really handy to have, and they lay really flat and are really easy to take around. So that's it for my list of EDC items. Hopefully it was fun to watch and a little bit unique compared to some of the other people's lists out there. But yeah, I've got some cool videos coming out soon, and something cool that I've been working on that I'm excited to tell you guys shortly. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.